Acuna. He is the regional director for Friar Tux. And Eric, thank you so much for being here with me.
Thank you for having me.
I think it's important to remember that part of the process does involve the groom. And so it's good to hear a little bit more about the details that a groom, it can make it fun for him for sure.
Absolutely. So obviously there's the bride, number one. There's the mother and bride, maybe number two. And then there's the groom.
There we go.
So
number three.
The groom is really fun nowadays. We have gentlemen coming in asking for more fashion.
Nice.
They want to, wear more fun things. It's not your traditional black for everybody. There is that, very formal black tie wedding that wants to do the traditional black. But nowadays people are doing gray, as you can see here. This is our new Michael Kors. It's a Cool Max fabric, so you can stretch in it. You could do somersaults. It's the most comfortable garment in the nation right now for rental. As you can see, we have blue. Blue is having a huge moment right now. I think we are renting more blue than just about any color and all different hues and shades. And, grooms are just having a great time. You can see some velvet, so we have fun fabrics for accessories. Green and burgundy are our number one colors right now for accessories, for ties and bow ties. Yep. So, and as you can see on the red carpet, velvet is having a moment as well. So we have it in accessories. We do also have it in suits and tuxedos as well.
Love it. Before I ask you more about the colors, tell me about Friar Tux.
Friar Tux is family owned and operated for 45 years. This is our 45th year here in May.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. Very excited. And we specialize not only in suits, but also tuxedos for rental and for purchase. And without our 31 locations throughout Southern California and Nevada.
Nice.
And we also do online rentals and sales. So if you have a groom or somebody in New York or someone in Florida, we can ship them something for rental or for purchase. We can pretty much handle anyone throughout the U.S.
That's awesome. So let's get into some of the fashion, okay?
Let's do it.
Awesome. Okay, this gets me really excited. Tell me all about this.
You look at it, it's color.
I love
it.
Color.
Yes. So if you want to start with something a little bit more traditional, we obviously have that.
Nice.
This is a very traditional one-button tuxedo.
Like the sheen on the lapel.
Yes, it's a shawl lapel.
The shawl lapel, thank you.
Then you dive into a little more fun with maybe some blush tones. Blush is the new
it's everything.
Red.
It's everything.
Yes.
So like with this, if you're the groom, would you recommend the groom wears a light color like this, or would you recommend the groomsmen?
So they could all essentially wear this color. The most important thing to remember is that the groom should always be lighter in color in terms of coat and pants.
Lighter?
Yes. I've heard from many photographers that light colors attract your eyes in a photo. So when a groom is in a lighter color, you will naturally be drawn to him, especially when it's a group photo of just him and his guys rather than his groomsmen.
So don't do the opposite, have him in the lighter color.
Right, and this would be a great complementary too for your groomsmen to go with something like this. This is our rosé or rose pink.
I love it. Rosé all day.
Every day.
Every day, that's right.
Every day, all day.
So what I'm seeing is that colors really are a thing for guys.
Absolutely, and they are not afraid of color these days. Green, like I mentioned earlier, is very popular. Brown is making a comeback. Rustic is still a thing. I don't know how much longer, but it is still a thing.
Forever.
Forever. Blue, like I mentioned, cobalt blue is really popular.
That's beautiful.
Which, as you can see, is very vibrant, very colorful. This is a 2-button version in our suit collection for purchase. We also have more of a dark blue, which is still lighter than navy. And those are our 2 most popular blues.
So really, it's whatever the guy wants.
And works with their wedding.
Okay, and when you say the wedding works with, should he match the bridesmaids, or how does that work?
So in terms of, for example, if you're having an outdoor wedding, if there's a lot of greenery, maybe green is not necessarily the color, but something that would accent green, like a brown would go really well, blue would go really well with that, gray would go really well, but you use your ties to accessorize. So the bridesmaids, let's say they're blush pink. Maybe the groomsmen have a blush pink tie. And one of the really important things to remember is grooms typically will say, the bridesmaids are wearing pink. Can I wear a pink tie? And it's actually, you're going to accompany your fiance. So if the bride's dress maybe has crystals or beading, maybe a nice silver tie. If there's more warm tones, maybe a champagne tie would be something very neutral and clean. Nice. And then the groomsmen are the ones that typically wear the color, like the blush pinks and the corals and that type of stuff.
Got it. And let me ask you, when there's 2 grooms, should they match, or do you think they could go with different?
It's personality. I really believe it's personality. So sometimes they match. Sometimes, they're completely different people. So they should complement each other no matter what.
But go with what works.
Right.
And then I have to know about these 2 on the end.
So these are new for 2019. They are our paisley.
Wow.
Statement.
Yeah.
I can tell you there's grooms that are strong and powerful that would totally rock this. And this would be a groom on groom great look. You know, someone who has a skin tone that this color would look good on this one as well. And then for other people who maybe are not as brave for the wedding, they'll do this as a second look for their reception.
I like it.
Why does the bride have to be the only one who wears a second look?
Or a third.
In some cases, you're right. And so some of these looks are really easy to just swap out a coat. It doesn't have to be a coat and pant. And it's just a really nice way to accessorize and to give your guests something different. Do something different that you haven't seen maybe at a wedding.
I love it. Now for the groom who's a little bit timid about going that far, ties, good way to accessorize then? Show personality?
Absolutely. So ties, like I was saying before, silver and champagne are great colors for grooms. This is our new matte collection. Very high end, has a very nice hand to it. Very popular. It comes in a few other colors. Actually, I think it comes in 47 different colors.
Just a few.
Just a few.
It's like nail polish, just a few.
Just a few. And then for people that are a little more fashion forward, floral is having a huge moment, which I know I'm sure you're aware of that as well. So floral is done in many different ways, from a tone on tone with something a little bit smaller to something a little bit larger. It just pretty much it's up to the bride and groom and their groomsmen what they're comfortable in.
I love it. What parting advice would you give for a groom when going through this process?
You know, come in, maybe do some research, look online. Pinterest is a great way to just look at men's fashion, get some ideas of what you want. What really makes us special is that we have different fits. We're one of the only company that carries classic, modern, and slim fit to accommodate every shape and size. We also purchase every size that a manufacturer makes for the most part, unless it's a specialty garment. And we carry over 70 different styles between rental and retail. So we can pretty much accommodate big and tall, very small. In our rental line, everything we have for an adult that might be 7 foot or 400 pounds, I'll have down to a little 3-year-old. So, you know, I'd really encourage grooms to really shop online in terms of looking for inspiration. Pinterest is a great way to do it. Bring that in. Tell us what you're looking for. The nice thing about it is we have stylists on hand. So even if the groom comes in with absolutely no idea, knowing the venue, knowing your theme or color scheme really helps us put something together for everyone.
Awesome. And I love this because sometimes grooms feel like they have no control of the wedding. And this is a place where they can put their input in and really show their style. I
tell grooms, this is the one thing you have to do besides maybe planning the honeymoon. So let's make it fun. Let's figure it out. Let's make you stand out for your special day.
Thank you so much, Eric.
Thank you for having me today.
Appreciate it.